Hello everyone, welcome to Writing Quest. My name is Brendan Pugh, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the Rippaverse. If you've been watching any of my videos lately, you've seen my new hat, and we are going to be reviewing Isom #1, which was the debut book of the Rippaverse. We're going to be talking about that, so here we go. Huzzah! Alright, so if you haven't heard of the Rippaverse and Isom #1, this is the first book from them. They are a little bit about their story. It's from the creator Eric July. He wrote this comic book. They put out a campaign to raise the funds to do it. They were planning on, I think the original goal for the first one was $100,000. They ended up making $3.7 million off of the first campaign book that they did, and so it was a smash success. It was huge. It went crazy. I heard about it somewhere in that time when all that was happening, so I thought I had to check it out, and I gotta say, this is very quickly becoming one of my favorite, if not my favorite, comic book company. And they've only got 2 books out now. Isom 2 is out, which I'll be putting out that review a little later. So let's get into it. So Isom 1, this is actually cover C that they did. And the first thing that I want to say about it is that the artwork is incredible all the way through. Everything on it is great. The artwork is so cool in there, and it's really, really high quality. Sometimes when you get into that indie publishing, you never quite know. You're like, I don't know what it's going to look like. This one is a smashing hit. They really did a great job, and it's just incredible. Every single page is awesome. The other thing I want to say about it is it's high quality construction. The paper is really great. It's glossy. It feels good. Every page is nice and thick. Like it's a real. I mean, they definitely put in the money and the effort to make the physical book very high quality. So definitely that was really great to see for sure. Let's get into a little bit of the story. I'm not going to give any spoilers away for it, so you can definitely check it out. For me, really the only thing about it that was a little clunky for me was some of the dialogue. It's a little clunky to get through, but for the most part, the story is really cool. It's very interesting. It kind of starts off with this character, Avery Silman. He owns a ranch in Texas, and he's kind of a retired superhero. So that's kind of the premise of the whole thing. It introduces a lot of cool characters. So there's this group of characters called Alpha Core. There's one called Yaira that is introduced. But to me, what I really like the most about this, the story of it is great for sure. I really liked it. I really enjoyed reading it. I read it pretty quick, and I'm definitely going to read it again now that I've read Isom 2. Now I want to go back and I'm going to read both of them back to back. What I think I love the most about this for sure is that the potential. The potential of the universe that's been created here. So this one is great for sure. It's a great start. They did an awesome job. But we live in this world right now where everything with the big 2, Marvel and DC, is so weird right now. There's a lot of weird stuff with the TV shows and the comic books, and it feels like they don't really care what their fan base thinks, and it's not to say that everything that they're doing is totally garbage, but it feels like they're kind of taking advantage of the goodwill that they have with their fans, and it's been on a bad trajectory. This, to me, the potential of this new comic book universe really is just, I'm really excited about it. The characters, the world building, all of the things that we could get out of this. They've already got in production multiple other books they're working on with the Alpha Core series, Yaira, this new character, and the second one called Blood Ruth. Just a lot of really cool things going on, and I've really liked everything I've seen. So while this particular story wasn't like one that, I really liked it, but it didn't totally blow my socks off. What blew my socks off was the potential of the universe, and then the love and the care that the creators are putting into it. They definitely feel like they respect their fans. They want to earn that. They actually have in the back here, and you can find this on their website, they have the Rippaverse ethic, and it's basically just a kind of talking about their ethics as a company as far as creating this universe. They've got respecting the customer, canon and continuity, and then having a comprehensive timeline, and then they've got a whole thing. You can check that out on their website for sure, and I definitely would. So I would check out the Rippaverse. I was a big fan of Isom 1, and I'm currently going to be reading Isom 2, and so I'll get that review up later. So definitely check them out. You can check them out at therippaverse.com. I'll put that link down below. And again, what I've said a few times here, but I'm going to say it again. They have very quickly become one of my favorite, if not my favorite, comic book company. They've got a lot of great stuff coming down the road. They've been hiring a lot of industry veterans from, books that you might have heard of. They've got Chuck Dixon is working on Alpha Core, and so that's really fun. So if you haven't already, make sure to check them out. Thanks for watching this episode of Writing Quest. I'll get that Isom 2 review up a little later, and we'll see you next time on Writing Quest. Huzzah!